Hello students, hope you all are fine, following all the safety rules and regulations. So bete, today we are going to start the new unit for the 12th IP syllabus as per CBSE. Okay, and the next topic which I am going to start is a very important topic comprising of the maximum weightage, and it is Python Pandas. Okay, name of the topic is your Python Pandas. So when we are talking about pandas, it is just like a library that is built on top of numpy library. It means it consists some essential features of numpy library as well as some new features as well. Okay, so it offers various data structures and operations for manipulating numerical data and time series. When we are talking about data structure, what does it mean? So data structure is the important term used here. So let me explain what is data structure. Data structure is nothing but it is a way to store and organize data in a systematic way so that we can access those data effectively. Okay, so storing and organizing data in a particular way so that we can perform operation on it and we can use it effectively later on. So one of the simplest data structure just now we have discussed, that was numpy array. Okay, so in case of numpy array, what was the thing? It is based on numerical data, but in case of Python pandas, we will discuss two basic data structures, and those data structures are series and data frame. Now these two data structures are not limited to the numbers only. Okay, here we can store any type of data. So in this particular chapter we have to deal with two important data structures of which library? Python Pandas library, and name of those two data structures are series and data frames, but a very important topic of your whole syllabus. Okay, so just listen me carefully and follow me also. Okay, so how to install pandas? If you are using Python ideally, then you have to write the command pip install pandas in your command prompt. If you are using Jupyter Notebook, then nothing to do, but since we are using the library pandas, the very first thing which we will do is to import the pandas, just as we were doing in array. So for array we were importing numpy, and here we will import which library? Pandas. Name of the library is pandas because we have to deal with two data structures, and those data structures are series and data frames. So all the functions of series and all the functions of data frame belong to the library pandas. So first we have to import that library, then we can create our series and data frame. So I will tell you first about series, then I will tell you how to create data frame, and then we will discuss what are the different operations that can be performed on series and data frames. But you can ask me, what is the purpose of using Python pandas? But Python pandas is this library is very popularly used for data analysis. Okay, so being a commerce student, later on you will know that what is the significance of pandas. Okay, it is very useful for analyzing data, for data mining, these types of things. Okay, so first let us discuss about series. In case of array, I have used two terms, one dimensional array and two dimensional array. You remember now, one dimensional array means that only one dimension will be there, and in case of two dimensional array, two dimensions will be there. So similarly in case of series, series is a data structure which is one dimensional. Okay, so one dimension means it will have only one dimension. Now if we will look at this definition, it is one dimensional structure storing homogeneous mutable data. Now what is the meaning of this? If we are talking about one dimensional, it is clear that it will have one dimension. If we are talking about homogeneous, it means if we are going to create a series, then that particular series will store homogeneous data. Means if you are going to create a series of integers, then all must be integer. If you are going to create series of float, then all must be float. If you are going to create series of string, then all must be string object. So it must be homogeneous data. And what is the meaning of mutable? It must be taught to you in class 11th what is the meaning of mutable and what is the meaning of immutable. Mutable means the data can be changed at its original location. So whatever values we are using in series, those values can be changed. So that's why it is known as mutable. So the next very statement is it represents a one-dimensional array of indexed data. Okay, what is the meaning of indexed data? Let us discuss this one. But in case of one-dimensional array, we have discussed that array is having two components. First one is what, the element, and second one is what, index, and the index begins from 0. Okay, so in case of array, that index value was given implicitly. We need not to provide the index value. It was automatically understood that the first index, the index of first element will be what, 0. We were not providing the index value, but in case of series we have to provide the index. Means there is a way to provide the index explicitly. There is a property attribute, you can call that index is that attribute using which we can specify the index of the elements. Okay, in case of array it was always fixed, it was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, but here we can label our elements as per our choice. Okay, so in case of series we are having two components. First one is array of actual data, okay, and the second one is indexes or data labels. You may call it as index or you may call it as data labels, whatever label you want to specify for your array element. Okay, so the very important thing about series is this line, series data is mutable but the size of series data is immutable. Now what does it mean? Just now I told you that the series data is mutable, means suppose in our series we are having 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so as per this statement, series data is mutable. It means I can change the value of 5 from 5 to 6. It means the data is mutable. Whatever value we are going to store in the series, that one is mutable, but size of series data is immutable. Once we have specified that series size is 5, then it will be 5 only. We can't change the size of the series from 5 elements to 6 elements. So is that clear to you? Is it clear now? So data is mutable but size is immutable. Once you have created a series of 5 elements, it cannot be changed with 6 elements, but the elements which you have stored in that series can be changed. Okay, so that is the meaning of this line, which is very important. And in today's session I will tell you how to create series using two methods. First I will tell you using array, and second I will tell you using dictionary. Just in the previous session we have completed the topic array, so no need to discuss about it. And using dictionary, I think you have been taught about this term in class 11. So dictionary, if we are talking about dictionary, it is known that it has a key value pair, no? So one is key and one act as value. So let us discuss creating series using array. So the very first thing, tell me which library or module should be imported. We have to import Pandas, because we have to create series. So again I am going to give it an alias name as PD. And since we are going to create the series using array, then we have to use import numpy as well, because first we have to create an array and from that array we will create our series. Okay, so let us create our array first. But how to create our array? Suppose name of my array is okay, so how to create array using array function? Yes, it will be np dot array, and then what we have to do, we have to pass a list. If you remember, we have to pass a list. Suppose I am passing 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. These are the elements of an array, and what we are going to do, we are going to create our simplest series using this particular 1D array. Okay, series is one dimensional array, one dimensional beta, so we have to take 1D array. Now using this array we are going to create our series. So let us take the name of series as ser, anything you may choose. Then we have to use the function series beta. Name of the function is series, which is used to create series. So series function belongs to pandas module, so we have to write here PD, just like this one. We have to use here PD dot series, series, and then within bracket what we have to write, beta, we have to pass our array, because we are going to create our first series from this created array. Okay, so just remember S should be capital. Okay, now let us try to print the output what we are getting. Let us check what we are getting. So here beta, to create numpy, what we have to do, that to create array we have to import numpy, and to create series we have to import pandas. Now you can see the output beta, just we have passed only the elements, but here we are having the index also. This is the difference between array and series. In case of array, implicit index was there, but in case of series, we are having label also. Okay, and if we are not mentioning any labels, then it will be by default 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you can see data type. Data type is integer because the values we have selected are integers. Okay, so what if we want something else as label or index? Suppose I don't want 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 as an index, I want something else. Okay, so in that case you have to use beta another argument like index. And how many elements we are having? We are having 5 elements. So you have to provide 5 different labels in the form of list. Suppose I am providing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, then index value will become what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which remain always fixed for array. Now in case of array it will always be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, but here we can change the index or the data level. So let us see whether it is changing or not. Yes, it is changing. Now see, the labels have become 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You can give any label here. You can give ABCD. Suppose I am giving you here A, then B, C. Let us check whether it is changing or not. Got it? So index can be anything. If you are not giving any index value, then it will be by default the index of array. And what is it? It is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. If you want to change the data label, you have to provide the data labels using the argument index. Okay, so this was the first way to create series. Now the second way to create series is beta using dictionary. So in case of dictionary, no need to import numpy because we are not going to use array. So simply what we will do beta, we will use our pandas module and then we will use one dictionary. Suppose I am using one dictionary. If you can remember, dictionary is key value pair enclosed in what beta, curly bracket. Okay, so suppose I am going to use label just like previous one. Suppose I am going to use label as a, and what value I want to give it, I want to give the value 2 to label a. Okay, so let us create the same series using dictionary. Then second one will be label b and the value I want to give is 4. Then second one is c and the value I want to give is 6. Then next one is d and the value which I want to give is 8, and then e and then the value which I want to give is 10. Okay, so this is the dictionary we are using and we are going to create series from that dictionary. So name of the function will remain same, but sorry, you have to use pd dot series, and then within bracket we have to pass our dictionary, and let us print it to check whether we are getting the same output or not. Now see, we are getting the same output. Okay, so here the label will be which one beta, the key will be the label or the index of our series and the value will be the elements of the series. So today we will discuss this much about only series. What we have discussed beta, so pandas is having two basic data structures, series and data frame. Series is one dimensional and it is having index and data labels as well. Okay, unlike array, because array was having index no doubt, but those index were given implicitly, but here in case of series we can provide the index explicitly by using the argument index. Okay, and I told you the very important feature of series. What is that? It is that the data element of series are mutable, but the size of series is immutable. Okay beta, so if this term is not understood to you, you may ask this doubt. I will clear this in the next session. So but I think that this mutable and immutable must have been taught to you in class 11. That's why I have not included this one in this session. Still, if you are having doubt, then ask me. So this was all about creating series using two methods. First one was using array and second one was using dictionary beta. So if you are finding my video helpful, then don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for watching beta. Take care. Bye.